Oh my goodness.
Thanks for preparing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know Mom just mentioned, but I tell you what, Joe, that dinner.
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
It was.
Howdy up there!
Howdy!
Who's that? Oh, Avery! Hey, Avery!
Avery's here, and that's Aunt Claudia. You guys,
How do you get down there? Oh, you go through the... Oh,
you gotta go through the.
Hi.
Well, thanks for getting a butter my bread shirt, Dad. We're coming. Okay, we're coming.
Seth, you come get behind Grandma. Come in line behind Grandma. Yes, and Mom, you can even just put his food right on top of him. No. I mean, right a little bit in. So then come get behind Grandma, please. Yeah. And then you can go through.
Yum.
No. I'm sorry. We're not going. I'm not going anywhere. What we'll have to do is go move out of this house if we sold it. Move into an Airbnb for 2 months. But yes.
So how long?
Family, just picking up the folder.
Really?
Yeah.
And like flipping it?
Oh, yeah.
If need be and so. I believe it.
And welcome to the office, the temporary office. Okay, just wrapping up breakfast with the family and the extended family. So in addition to sharing our life with you here on YouTube, with my family, I want to also, slowly but surely bring in the extended family as well. So here's my dad, who was a big runner back in the day. He doesn't run anymore, but big runner holding Henry. And yes, he's got his butter my bread shirt on. But it's just fun to finally, it's like crazy just to be able to have the space to host. We haven't really hosted much in the past 2 to 3 years because it's just a little challenging. It was a little challenging in the old house. So anyway, over time, you'll get to know the extended family in addition to my family. And yes, my mom and dad, like big time runners back in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. So, oh man, shout out to all the old school runners back in the day. Okay, let's break it down. Lessons from the Rendezvous Mountain hill climb, okay? And again, this is just temporary. Yeah, I had to throw up these tables real quick before hopping on an airplane. This is not gonna be the full-time office or studio or anything like that, but you gotta keep the vlogs rolling. So here we go. Oh yeah, one last point. Fish in the winter, okay? If anybody has tips or if you have fish, I think they're called koi fish. Koi, is that the right phrase? If you know how to, I'm just worried about these fish when it gets cold here. Like, what do you do with these fish? Do you have to heat the pond? Anyway, if you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. Okay, for all the new subscribers, I am in the Pikes Peak Marathon training block. The Pikes Peak Marathon is in 2 weeks from today, actually, when I'm filming this, August 22nd, okay? There it is on your screen. And this has been the focus of all of the summer and mountain training from the past, 2.5 months. And the Rendezvous Mountain Hill Climb up in Wyoming, which was yesterday's vlog. Thanks for checking it out. Did anybody spot the rock climbers in one of the drone shots? Okay, I actually didn't realize until I saw the edit, until I went back and rewatched the vlog this morning with the family. That's like, oh, wait a minute, there's the rock climbers up there. It was pretty epic. In case you missed it, upper right hand corner. But the Rendezvous Mountain Hill Climb has been my go-to tune-up race for the Pikes Peak races over the past 2 years. I was able to win the hill climb the last couple of years. It would have been 2019, 2020, and this year ended up in second place, as you all know from yesterday, running about I think it was like 106.29 was I believe my official time, which was I was 90 seconds slower than last year, okay? So just putting that out there right now. And first place, his name is Tyler McCandless, okay? And I did a little digging into the archive, and this is the beauty of doing a daily vlog and getting out there and filming and putting in the work. not just in running, but on YouTube as well, okay? Like, this channel hasn't just grown for no reason. Like, I haven't done it as much as of late, but getting out on the road, putting yourself out there, like working hard to film other people's races. So Tyler is the real deal, everybody. I thought he was a 2:15, 2:16 marathon runner. If I'm not mistaken, somebody yesterday told me he's a 2:12 marathon runner. So Tyler, tip of the cap to you, sir, if you ever watch this. It's just a big, like, he is, I'm not going to say like 2:12, like 2:15, 2:16, great times. 2:12 is borderline, like elite in the United States. Like, I think if you're sub 2:10, you're definitely elite. So 2:12, it's in that ballpark. I mean, Tyler, I'm so excited that he's a road runner that's converting to the trails slowly. I think he ran like a 13:40 5K. Tyler, if you watch this, let us know in the comments, like just this past spring, 13:40-ish. Bottom line, I'm excited to race against him in the future, and I'm excited that there's another road runner who's coming to the trails, because there's good stuff happening on the trails as well in the United States of America. And Tyler is going to be racing at the USA Mountain Running Championships in Mount Hood, Oregon next weekend with my brother, with Joe Gray. Who else from Colorado? Oh yeah, that's another quick point about Rendezvous. And then I'll get you my lessons that I learned up in Wyoming. I'm looking over here because I just have a few notes. Is that the top 3 guys in Wyoming yesterday, all from Colorado. Shout out to Colorado. Good trail running happening, trail racers here in Colorado. And we were all in our 30s, okay? So shout out to Boomer and all the young runners out there, the aerobic engine. All right, Boomer was the under 19 who I got him on the podium and met him after the race. Diego, who I also met after the race, is that patience, aerobic engine. I'm 36. I don't know how old Tyler is and then third place. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not remembering your name. Here it is on your screen now. He's from Boulder. And so we were all in our 30s, and it's just that development, that aerobic engine development. It takes time. So patience for everybody in your 20s, definitely in your teens. It takes time to build up your aerobic engine. What else? And of course, like, my goal to go up there was to fly the W, but you know, that's why we race. That's why we compete. You don't know what's going to happen until you put in the work, and you don't know what that's the beauty, is like, you don't always know the competition ahead of time. So it was fun to race against those guys. So here we go. Lessons learned, and then we'll wrap this. We'll do comment of the day, question of the day. Is that number 1? Freshness over fitness. So my A goal is Pikes Peak. I am not fresh right now. Freshness over fitness. If I could recommend to everybody listening, if you're concerned about over tapering, if you've put in the work in the training, that's the key. If you've put in the work, I would encourage you to over taper, meaning over rest. The last, you know me, I do a 3-week taper, but especially the last 2 weeks. So yesterday, I didn't have the power. I did not have the climbing power. And I feels a little better because I think I saw on Strava, Tyler posted like he felt strong yesterday. And that's awesome. Like, so I'm assuming he's tapering pretty well for Oregon. I'm not ready yet. I am pretty tired, still putting in the work. Now's the time to really start to freshen up these last 2 weeks. So I was tired yesterday. I just didn't have that oomph. You know what I mean? Aerobically, it's a thing of beauty. Like, for all the heart rate folks out there, I know you're out there. I was in zone 3 in the tempo zone, 153 to 169 for 74% of the race. I was in threshold zone for 9% of the race. Okay, so 169 to 184. I wanted that number to be higher, that threshold zone. I wanted that to be, frankly, at least 40 to 50%. So the legs said not today. They said, and that's okay. That's okay. I cannot wait to break down this training block, 2021 Pikes Peak versus 2020 Pikes Peak. Okay, I cannot wait to do the comparison after, obviously, the race happens on August 22nd. So that's lesson number one. Lesson number two, tune-up races allow you to adjust your taper. If you're, again, that's why I start the taper 3 weeks out, but that's also why I like to do a tune-up race 2 weeks out, but ideally, frankly, 3 weeks out. It just so happened this year that the race was 2 weeks out from Pikes Peak rather than 3 weeks. But depending on what happens and how you feel in your tune-up race, that allows you to say, whoa, okay, I need more speed work. Oh, okay, I need to hold my volume. Oh, okay, I need to cut my volume more. Oh, I need to take 2 or 3 days off. Oh, I need to get a massage. It just gives you a lot of good data points to adjust and to make sure you arrive on the starting line for your peak race fit, fresh, and healthy. Okay, so that's point number two. And last but not least is eye on the prize. That's lesson number 3. Don't let whatever happens in your tune-up race detract you from the bigger picture of the entire training block. All the work you've put in, okay? Your aerobic engine is there. It's built. But like yesterday, I wanted to win. You know what I mean? And I wanted to frankly PR on that same course. It didn't happen. But at the end of the day, we've got to keep our eye on the bigger picture, 30,000-foot view of the A goal. And the A goal is Pikes Peak, okay? So that's, just don't forget your A goal. Don't forget the peak race. I could go on and on. You know I could go on and on. In the temporary office down here in the basement. Oh, I love you guys. David Kellington, you get the comment of the day. Here we go, David. Seth, there are moments in people's lives that they remember forever. You never know what those moments might be, big or small. Something like putting your arm around a young runner and talking to them and having them on the vlog. You can see how excited they are. Well done, Seth. Congrats on the race. But even more, congrats on the connections. David, I remember being in high school and like I remember being in middle school and when a senior or a junior cross-country runner would just like you said, even just like look at you or talk to you, like the best of the best like some of the best runners in the state of Colorado in Buena Vista, and they would just like acknowledge you as a run. I remember just you just it's important. It's important to continue to reach out to the younger generations, to inspire them, to keep turning the doorknob, keep working. All right, Diego Boomer, keep working and inspire your friends, okay? Invite your friends to the YouTube channel. It's a good thing, David. So thank you for recognizing that. Here we go. What has been, question of the day, your number one lesson learned from a race in 2021? Now that races are coming back, that's the question of the day. What has been your number one lesson learned from a race in 2021? There you go. Can't wait to read them down in the comments. You might have to pause and think for a second. Oh, man, what has been a lesson learned in 2021? All right, we will toss it to, right here. We will toss it to, well, I know I've talked about lessons in the past from racing, so I'll find one of those vlogs in case you're interested more in this topic. Right there. Keep working. All right, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.